Concept behind my fragrances are all based off of extremely specific emotions tied to moments in time. For example, the last fragrance that I made was inspired off of the visceral joy of an unexpected moment. That's like the first time you have an amazing meal and you didn't expect it to be that good. Or when you like meet your best friend for the first time and have like an instant click and something like inside you lights up. The concept that I'm working on now is one that I've been thinking about a lot for the last, I guess, like 6 months. And it's the tension between grief and longing. I find that there are a lot of like melancholy fragrances that just kind of smell like sadness or are inspired off of sadness. And I think grief is a really interesting evolution of sadness because it's kind of, I think, the bottom of the barrel of sadness where there's literally nothing left. Through my research around grief and honestly also just going through the grieving process, I realized that grief really only comes when you've really, really, really loved something. And the act of grieving is also the act of longing for that thing that you can no longer have. And because of my synesthesia, I feel like longing is kind of like an extended reaching out, like upward movement, and grief is this very like heavy, lower wing, grounding, and kind of just like, I don't know, sinking feeling. And I like to explore that tension between reaching and also falling. So for this project, I've been like pulling some references because I'm going to be working with another perfumer to hit this fragrance exactly how I want it to be. And that perfumer is my dear friend Bryson, who does the Alloy Studio, and you guys might have also seen him on TikTok. But one of the references that we are going to use is the Demeter Kitten Fur fragrance. I'm telling you, if you ever had a cat, you need to get this fragrance. It is one of a kind, completely perfect in every type of way. It's also super musky in a way that's like not what the musks I'm used to seeing, like a Glossier You or like the sexy seductive musks that are like very much heavily in the market right now. It's like undeniably familiar, like a forever friend that you can trust versus, you know, a potential lover. I'm gonna start working on that in the next week or so, and I'm really excited. I have another reference that I think is coming later on this year, but that's the concept. I'm really excited to explore grief versus longing. I don't know if anyone else has thought about this. I'm curious if you have, so let me know your thoughts and if you have any questions.